DJ Funderburk here.
How y'all doing today?
Hi, DJ. Congrats on the win. We'll go ahead and start. If anyone can just raise their hands for questions for DJ.
Anybody?
Brett, go ahead.
DJ, what was it like being back out in the court after the long layoff? And at the end, did they do something different defensively to kind of take you away, or was it fatigue that kind of set in?
I mean, a little bit of both. So first half, honestly, I don't think they really expected too much or for me to play as much. That's just kind of how the game felt to me. But, second half, they made some adjustments, and I started getting hit with two people a couple times, or Stephon Mitchell, he tenacious, super tenacious on the rebounds. He was just starting to get it a little bit more than me on the rebound side. So they definitely made some adjustments coming out of the halftime and trying to stop me and slow me down a little bit.
How good was it to be back out there after a long layoff? Like, I think
I'm sorry. No, it felt good. I would say it was probably about like 15 days maybe, because we had like a minor break before I got got the COVID and everything, but it was about like 15 days without me literally like not touching the ball. And then I got back. I think I airballed like my first 3 shots. I was tired after like 2 down and backs. And I was just a little nervous about my condition, and that was really it. But other than that, everything else just fell in place as I started playing.
Thanks. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
James, go ahead.
Yeah, DJ, congrats on the win. What's the toughest thing when you come back from a layoff like that? Do you feel it more offensively or defensively?
I say you feel it in transition more than anything. Like, because I can, for the most part, not relax, but know where I need to be and not conserve a lot of energy on defense. And then offensively, it's just natural. But when we get in transition and we worried about the media timeouts and they not coming up, and we're not getting the fouls or anything. It's just like a constant game. Sometimes after a couple down and backs, you get a little tired, especially if you haven't played it for a while.
Appreciate it.
Jonas, go ahead.
Hey, DJ, I think we all know how tough it is to get wins in this league. What does it say about this team to battle back when almost everything was going wrong in that last 2 minutes to find a way to get a W against Boston College?
Yeah, so for the most part, Jay Heath and the other guy, Tabs, they started hitting big-time shots. And, every time we came down, I just kept telling my team and my other teammates kept telling us just all together we needed stops. And I felt like, we had to really lock in the last 3 minutes in the game to pull out with this win. And it just shows a lot. It shows that we really tough. It shows that everybody on our team can play. And it shows that we come out and we play hard every time.
Sorry. Rod, go ahead.
DJ, how do you feel about where you guys are at heading into 2021 as a team?
I think we right where we need to be. I know I always say that, but I honestly think we're right where we need to be. We 2-0 in the conference. Couldn't ask for anything more. We blessed with the games we have been able to play, and we just going to keep focusing on one game at a time and worry about what we need to do for that game.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, that's the last question we had, DJ. Thank you.
All right, y'all have a nice night.
All right, we'll have Shakeel Moore here in a minute.
Can I please get record permission?
Yes, who has that? Who was that had asked for that?
Sorry, it's Mark with ABC 11.
Yep, I'll add it in a sec here.
Hey,
All
everyone.
right. Hi, Shakeel. Great job on the win. We'll go ahead and start with any questions. Jonas, go ahead.
Hey Shaq, thanks for joining us. I wanted to ask you about that jumper right from inside the 3-point line with 26 seconds left to put you guys up. What was your thought process? What did you see? What kind of opened up for you to get that shot off?
Just Cole coming up to the screen, reading the defense correct, and having the confidence to step up and hit the shot.
You mentioned that word confidence. You've played a bunch of games now, but you're still a freshman. What gives you the confidence in this big moment on the ACC stage to take that shot?
Just hard work, and just hard work. I put in work every day. I'm in the gym every day. I have to practice hours. I think it's important to not only get better with your team, but work on yourself. And I think the confidence comes from me taking the time to work when nobody's paying attention. Work when nobody's looking.
James, go ahead.
Hey, Shakeel, congrats on the win. Uncharacteristic night from you guys with turnovers, 17 in this game. Was that something you feel was maybe more self-inflicted, or do you think BC's defense had a lot to do with that?
I think it was just self-inflicted. I think it don't have anything to do with their defense. We go hard on each other every practice, and we're told to take care of the ball, and that's what we do. It's just tonight, self-inflicted for sure. Definitely got to build on that and take care of the ball, moving into next game.
Thanks.
Andrew?
How much confidence does having these games like the game you had against UNC and the game you had tonight give you going forward into ACC play now that you've done it and you know that you can step up and produce in these big moments against ACC competition?
Most definitely. I think I can continue as long as I keep putting in work, trusting my work, keep having that confidence. Just hard work. That's all. It'll keep the confidence going. It'll keep everything rolling for me.
All right, looks like that's it. Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. I appreciate you all.
Yeah, brother.
Appreciate it, fam.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Yes, sir. No doubt. Oh, shit. Bare feet out.
Hi, Jericole. Congrats on the win. We'll go ahead and start with any questions. Jonas?
Hey Jericole, I asked DJ the same question, but as an older guy and knowing how tough it is to get wins in the ACC, how big is it to get this win when in the late minutes everything was going wrong, but you guys still found a way to come out on top?
Oh, it was a good win. It's always good to win a game, especially in this conference that we play in. So just still got things to work on, but it was a great win for us. So.
Brett, go ahead.
Yeah, Cole. The other night against Carolina, you defended Garrison Brooks, and tonight you played a lot of 5 because of Manny being out. How is it at your height, giving away as much size as you usually do against these guys? What makes you so successful defending that position?
Just showing grit. Coming from where I come from, you have to have that grit about you, and my parents have always instilled that in me. So just showing toughness and not worrying about height or weight or whatever the case may be, just going out there and play.
And after Carolina, how good was it to see the ball go in the basket again?
Real good, real good.
James, go ahead.
Yeah, Jericole, only had Manny for 7 minutes tonight. How much does that impact your defense not having him in there? I know this was kind of one of those rare nights where teams got off on you guys from the 3-point line.
He's a big part of the team. We all know that. He's a great player. Hopefully he recovers real quick and get him back on the court. But we do have players that obviously can replace and just take care of what we need to take care of so that we can ultimately win games. So.
And when you get him back, I mean, talk about the combination you'll have between him and DJ going forward.
Those are bad. Those two bad men. So either way, it's going to be a problem for anybody.
Appreciate it.
Andrew?
Jericho, what does it say about Shakeel Moore for him to be in there as a true freshman and be able to step up and make the kind of big plays that he has in these last 2 games to start ACC play?
He's a great player. He's a dog, and it just shows his heart that he doesn't matter what age he is. He's ready to play and impact the game and whatever he can. So.
Brett, go ahead.
Yeah, Cole, the women's team is ranked 3rd in the country, and the football team won 8 games, is getting ready to play a bowl game. How much, if any, do you different teams kind of feed off of each other? Because right now NC State is having a lot of success in a lot of different sports.
Just as they say, it's culture, and we're trying to have the best image for NC State and just do what we can to show that NC State is one of the top contenders in the country. So whatever we can do, the women are great and the football team is doing great, and we just want to be able to do great too. So
thanks.
All right, thanks, Cole.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Cole.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win. We'll go ahead and start with an opening statement from you and then open it up to any questions.
Well, I'm excited. I mean, it's not often that anybody in this league starts off 2-0. I don't think we've been 2-0 at NC State since, I think, 2014. And so it was a hard-fought game, as I knew coming in. When you give Boston College a lot of credit, they may be the only team on our schedule that has not played a mid-major team. The lowest team that they played is Rhode Island, who's picked at the top of the A10. And when I look at their games, all of their games have been pretty much the same, except that they didn't play well against Syracuse. When you look at the Villanova game, when you look at the Minnesota game, I knew coming in that those guards were very talented. They could make shots. Throughout the game, it was a bunch of highs and lows. We got the big lead. Didn't play well in the second half coming out of halftime. We eventually lost the lead by 1, but found a way to win. And I told these guys, if you're going to win a championship, and I've been a part of a lot of them, you're going to have to win every type of game. You're going to have to win the game when you're up 20, got to win the game that's maybe a buzzer beater.
You're going to have to win the game when the league goes back and forth. So proud of my guys. We're going to take tomorrow off. We don't play again till Tuesday. I've got to get some guys back in shape. Still don't have Cam Hayes playing at the level he was before he had to miss games. Manny Bates, we're going to get an MRI on his knee. It was more a coach's decision not to play him because I wanted to make sure that he was going to be okay. I'm not overly concerned right now, but I will not know until I get a result on it. He got banged up a little bit. I thought DJ Funderburk coming back was tremendous, as best as I've seen him play in a long time. I thought Jericole Hellems bounced back and played a great game. And then I thought Shakeel Moore and also Darion Sebron was really good, coming into the game and giving us a lift. So, questions?
We'll go ahead and start with Daniel.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. DJ obviously scored 21 to 9 in his first game back in nearly a month. How much time did it really take for him in practice to kind of shake off the rust from not playing?
Daniel, he had, and I told him after the game, he had 2 outstanding practices. And DJ is a much better player when he plays inside out. I gave him one of those Kevin Keatts stares when he took that 3 in the corner. Not that I don't give those guys the freedom to take shots, but I thought we could have got a better shot. But I thought he was tremendous. It's taken him a little bit time. He's been out a little longer than everybody else. But I will say he worked himself to get back in shape to be able to have this type of game. And we needed him. We needed him with Manny out. Give Jericole Hellems credit. He played some 5-4s and small ball. But I thought DJ was tremendous tonight. Courtney, you stuck?
Yeah, sorry, I was stuck. Jonas, go ahead.
I got you, Courtney. I got you back. Teamwork. Jonas, what kind of mask is that you're wearing? Let me see.
It's Elizabeth City State University. I'm repping my school, so
I respect that.
I appreciate that.
That blue kind of threw me off a little bit.
No, just be clear. I get a little closer, right, like this, so you can see it.
I like it, man.
I forgot my question now.
About Elizabeth City State too. We were going to play them in an exhibition.
I know. I heard.
And unfortunately, we didn't because obviously I know, it's a really good school and I know they're struggling for money. So we were going to play them to try to help if we could. So I'm sorry that didn't happen.
You had to say it like that, Coach. We're struggling for money, even though it's true.
No. Hear me when I say this. Not just Elizabeth City. Every small school is.
Yeah.
So I won't. I don't want anybody to say I'm attacking those guys. I'm just saying every small school. Hell, we are too. We don't.
What was my question for real? DJ.
I knew you were going to ask a question I didn't like, so I jumped out in front of it. That's all.
No, earlier DJ said the team is right where we need to be, 2-0, heading to 2021. What does that mean? You guys are right where you need to be, and do you agree with that assessment from DJ?
Yeah, Jonas, you should have asked him that. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about, to be honest with you. He's excited. I talked about a lot of times those kids will repeat what the coach said, and I don't know that I said we're right where we needed to be, but I like where we are. Put it that way. We couldn't have a better record in the ACC. I should say it that way, and I'm excited that we are 2-0.
All right, James.
Yeah, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thanks, Jim.
Austin College shot the ball really well tonight for them from 3-point line, but down the stretch, your guys were able to get some stops in that last minute. And Jericole mentioned just the grit that he plays with. Do you feel like you've got multiple guys that bring that type of grit from a game-to-game basis?
Well, I got multiple guys that can take over a responsibility on the team when they need to, whether it's a defense assignment, whether it's an offense assignment. And I didn't think Devin particularly had a great game. And so most of this was a game where I thought our front court was really good. And I was happy for Jericole, man. He played so hard against Carolina. And a lot of times kids don't realize how hard they play or how well they play because a lot of times they don't get a write-up because they didn't play well offensively. It was good for him to see him play good defensively, but get rewarded because he scored the basketball.
Appreciate it.
All right, Brett.
What can you say about Shakeel Moore coming up big with that jumper in the lane that put you ahead? And I know you were really high on his defense coming into the season. Did you see this offense coming from him?
He's worked hard. Our staff has worked extremely hard. I think I told you guys, it's really hard for us right now to get, guys who are McDonald's All-Americans. So we have to take guys that people kind of overlook, but they're NC State guys. They're tough. They punch the clock. They're hard workers. And he's put a lot of work into becoming a better offensive player. And he was great. I don't know what other freshman would, step up and take that shot with all of those upperclassmen on the floor. And he stepped up and made a really huge shot for us. And obviously, just like any freshman, when we got the steal and we kicked it to him, I wanted him to kick it to DJ. But hell, he's a freshman, so he don't know anybody. He went in there and actually, I don't know if he got it blocked, but the basket went in. So, give him credit for putting extra work in.
And I asked Cole this, and I was kind of wondering about your perspective. How much, if any, does the success of the football team, the women's team, how much does that kind of you guys feed off of each other? And, is there any kind of like juice that you guys get from their success?
I think it's the excitement of our whole athletic department. These kids are tight. They talk to each other. They root for each other. Unfortunately, they're usually in class together, but they're not. And so we're, as the basketball team, man, I'm excited for every program that we have on our campus, because the more successful each of our athletic programs is, the more successful we are as a school. And I think our kids feel the same way. They feel the same way about other programs.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew. Andrew.
Kevin, looking at a guy like Jericole Hellems, the way he defended Garrison Brooks last week, and then how he was a big source of offense for you guys tonight, how important is it to have a guy like him who can do multiple different things like that you're asking of him?
It's important. He's a kid that everybody's going to tell you he's not quick enough, doesn't jump high enough. But if you watch him and what he brings, the value that he brings to this team is so much, because he's tough. He can switch 1 through 4. He's going to play against bigger guys this year. We've got 3 veteran interior guys, and I consider him one of them, with Manny Bates, DJ, and Jericole. And we're obviously, as we try to develop E.B. DeWanna and Jalen Gibson, he's going to have to play a lot of minutes for us. And a lot of times he's going to be the smaller guy in the fight. But I always go with him because he's going to always win the fight.
All right, thanks, Coach. I think that's all we've got tonight.
Guys, listen, everyone. We're excited in NC State that we're 2-0. But I will tell you guys, man, please be safe going into New Year's. I want to wish everybody a happy New Year. Man, we're gonna defeat this thing. I don't know when it's gonna be, but I think everybody's got to do their part. I'm gonna certainly do my part, just as I did with Christmas. I'm gonna spend time with my family. Have me some Welch's grape. I'm not suggesting all you guys have to have Welch's grape, but please, really, please, man, I want you to be safe. I worry about you guys all the time. I know you may not think so, and I pray for you, because I want to make sure that everybody is safe and healthy. And if there's anything I can do for you guys, or you got any relative or friend that's going through COVID or struggling, if I can get on the phone with them and it helps put a smile on their face, if it means something, I don't know if it will, please let me know.
Thanks, Coach. Right back at you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Happy New
Appreciate
Year.
it, Coach.
All right. God bless
Thanks,
you.
Coach.
Thanks, Courtney.